Good morning. My name is Christine Zaremba. Today I will be doing a review of the Virtus Online Catholic website. This is for Teachers College of Columbia University Fall 2009 MSTU Telecommunications course. I chose the Virtus website because it is a distance learning site that I am relatively familiar with. I have been using the site for the past 3 years. Virtus is a program that all Brooklyn Diocese Catholic school teachers are required to participate in. It is a program that deals with recognizing and addressing sexual abuse in minors. The program is designed to have two parts to it, and the first part is in-classroom training, which is a 3-hour session, and then users are expected to keep current with online bulletins. The website itself is designed as the vehicle to get these bulletins to all participating members. The site that we see here in front of us is the main screen after login, and you'll notice a few things. First, there are 4 tabs on top: my toolbox, my training, my library, and my diocese. These tabs, regardless of where you are on the site, stay exactly the same. Also on the left you'll see a toolbar, and what's nice about this toolbar is that it's static within the tab. So regardless of where I click, if I go to my training here, you'll see the left toolbar changes, but regardless of where I click within these links, this will always stay exactly the same. This is the first cue right here that this site has been designed with someone who is perhaps slightly less internet savvy. I'm just going to take a quick look at what we see in my toolbox. We see some very important things here: the assessments, the Virtus online information sites, the all-important update my account, which is actually highlighted, and the contact my coordinator. Something else is here that kind of tells us perhaps that this is also designed for a less internet savvy user, and that's a link to acronyms and other internet shorthand. And if you click on this, if you've run across something that you don't understand, for instance LOL, you can type it in, or you can click show all, and you can find a listing of various internet terms. Most sites don't have this. I haven't seen it in a lot of places, and this is actually a very nice little inclusion. We're going to go back to the My Toolbox page. The first page here is a bulletin, which is actually the same exact format as a training bulletin, but if you scroll down, you'll see in red letters at the very the bottom of the article, it says this article is not part of your training. And this is designed this way, I think, for a few reasons. One, it's in red, so that you're automatically going to see it's the only red thing on the page. And it's at the bottom, so it kind of ensures that you're going to do a little more reading than you would do otherwise. Next, we're going to hop on over to the My Training tab. And over here, again, another bulletin. And this is actually, since the last time I've logged in, I'm now not current on my bulletins. And I know this automatically because it tells me right here, you have not completed one training bulletin. I can click here to see the current report. And if I scroll down to the bottom of this one, these are the questions that I have to answer in order to remain current with my status. Below that we see a feedback form, and this is actually one of the first failings of this site that we're going to come across. The only feedback form that's available goes directly to the writers of the bulletins. It's only about the content, it's not about the site itself, and I'm going to come back to that in a few minutes. But again, on our left-hand toolbar, we have only the most important things: the training bulletins, the online training modules, recertification, live training, and training compliance. The things that you need are right up front. They're not buried. You don't have to look at a site map. You don't have to go to a drop-down menu. It's right here. Like, hey, this is your training. This is where you need to click. And that's a very nice feature. The site comes across as very simple when you look at it, but then you realize that it's designed to give you the most amount of information, the most amount of pertinent information in the least amount of time. Next, we're going to look at the My Library, and this is the biggest failing of the site, in my opinion, right here. There is a link to a forum. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of forum that most internet users are used to. When you choose to use this forum, you do it in a way that you email the forum like this, and all that you do is email an expert, and then what they do when you go here is they respond in the form of an article. So there really isn't any back and forth or give and take among the users of the site. And one of the reasons I feel that this is a major failure on the part of the Virtus organizers is the in-classroom sessions are built around peers and discussion and, back and forth. There's tons of group work, and it's kind of sad that when you go online, you can't do that. Sometimes you have a question that doesn't necessarily need an expert's opinion, that it just needs to, be dealt with. I need to speak to another fifth grade teacher. This is what I ran into today. This is what I saw. And I think that having a regular bulletin board type forum would definitely be a bonus to the site. The next tab that we're going to look at is My Diocese, and this is another aspect of this site that fails. As you can see, it is wildly out of date, and it's also not terribly informative. You have your contact information. Sorry about that. You have your contact information. You have About My Diocese. I'm in the Roman Catholic Diocese of Brooklyn, and that's basically it. And this should be a dynamic community link. This should be all about the schools in your cluster. This should be all about what they're doing, upcoming events. And obviously, this My Diocese tab is a goal that the creators of this site set for themselves that they haven't reached. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to recap very, very quickly what I think about this site. In terms of site design, I think that it's a very good site. It's very simple. The layout is very simple. It's very easy to understand. It is consistent, and that's important. We always know now that the left-hand side of the screen is going to be where we're going to look for important information. The color palette is very easy on the eye. It's very easy to see. It's very easy to look at for long periods of time. The fonts that have been chosen are very classic, easy to read fonts. There's nothing that you're going to be squinting at trying to figure out what it says. Things that are important are highlighted in red or yellow, and there's not an abundance of red and yellow on the site. It's just literally just the very, very important things. So in that aspect, the site is very much a success. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to navigate. Important information is right up front. There's not a lot of time wasted on site navigation, which is important. And it is, like I said, it's very, very consistent. Where it fails, though, is on the administration of the site, in that they don't have a regular forum. And even more than that, they don't have a way for you to communicate with these site designers to say, hey, I'd like to have a forum, because all of the contact information either goes to your coordinator or to the experts in the article-driven forum. Also, the Diocese tab should be kept much more up to date in terms of diocesan happenings. So I would say that overall, the Virtus Online site is a success as distance learning for what it was designed to do, but this is as far as the site can take you. I think that if they wanted the members of the Virtus program to kind of come along further, to kind of grow a little bit, then they're definitely going to need to do some updating. Again, this is Christine Zaremba for the MSTU Telecommunications class. Thank you for watching.